Hello there everyone and welcome back to Factorio. We are back and there have been a few changes. Let's go over them. First things first, I have siphoned off some coal from our power line. 1/3 of it to be precise. Is it 1/3 or a quarter? So half goes here, it's a quarter of it. A quarter of the coal is going down our assembly line, which right now is 100% of it, but going forward, yeah, 1/4 of the coal will be designated for here. And of course, we've got our logs run through as well. I'll get stone in the near future. But for now, what we want to do is we want to look into doing circuit boards. So what we're going to make here, let's see. Yes, right. Okay, I remember now. So I was bringing over, because this is going to make inserters once it's a tier 2. We need iron gears, iron plates, and then the circuit boards are just wood and copper. So the question is, how do we get all 3 kinds of items here? First of all, we siphon off some more iron because we're just not getting enough of this in our hands. So we need a few assemblers. And okay, so we're getting up to the part where things are going to get kind of interesting. I just need to lay the groundwork and then I'll figure out where to do some of the sort of crazier stuff that lies in our near future. I think what we're going to have is we're going to have a secondary... I'm not even sure how we're going to how we're going to fit it in, but we're going to do some sort of secondary processing because I don't want these being produced, these secondary sub-products here, all this stuff here. I don't know how much we're going to need it, so I want to be careful not to make too much of it in too many different places, or we could run into trouble. But actually, you know what we could do? You know what? We're going to do this differently. We're going to move this green... I haven't locked myself into place here. It's just, okay, bullet shooting speed. We're just going through some of the last tier red science only research, which is actually a bit of a problem. Let's see, is there any way I can get around what I've sort of locked myself into here? Yes, there is. By making this one right here not... Yeah. We're rethinking our plan here. This is not going to be a... Alright, well, we're still going to have... Well, those inserters are going to be traveling way too far. Alright, nope. Rethink. All this stuff was good, but I have made some pretty critical errors as well. So we're going to fix all that. And so green science is going to be made elsewhere. We're going to do a couple other things first. Just seems to me that there's just a few too many things that require us to do. There's certain products here that I would rather have produced sooner than later in this line. I'd rather have tons of green science sitting on a belt. I think that's probably worth the trouble. Alright, so there's our red science. So what we're going to make here, we have 2 raw material products that we just seem to use all the time. And those are going to go 1 line down here. Now we're also going to remove this line right here because it's become unnecessary. The red science is not going to consume enough resources to justify having a dedicated iron line doubled up like that. Alright, so starting right here, we might as well cram it up tight to the red. No, we'll give red a bit of space. We're going to make gears. Yeah, we're going to go with some of the most common basic materials because I'm just going to wind up starting to replicate gears everywhere. So I don't want to have to do that. So let's just start making gears on the assembly line like it is meant to be. And all will be well with the world. At some point soon, we're going to have to start making steel too, but okay. Well, we might as well make use of the fact that we have a splitter here already. Whoops. That was unfortunate. Cross-contamination error. There we go, and that goes like that. There's our iron. In. And then long inserters to put them out. Okay. We'll just keep researching everything we can. Bullet damage is capped. Shotgun shell damage is capped. Yeah, I should have done this. I should have done it this way right off the bat, but I didn't. So here we are. Okay, and this is going to be doubled up. We want the belt to be full. There's to be no silly talk about whether or not we're going to need a double wide belt full of these things. So let's be honest, we will. There we go. Alright, belts. Now, the other thing we're going to need to produce, and that's going to come in right next to these, is going to be basic circuit boards. We're going to need a lot of those too. So that's going to be our basic circuit line. And they're going to go right here. And they're made out of wood and copper. Now, assuming the ratios are the same as they used to be, we are going to need to move these over by 1, I think. Are we? Yeah, ideally we will. The way it used to work is you could make them... Actually, we can do it the other way around. We've got to think that we are where we are on the line. So we're going to bring... We're going to make a bunch more splitters. Alright. We'll get this. Eventually we'll get this. Copper split. Under here. There we go. And then we'll just snake it over so that it takes up less. No. That should do. Okay. So we're going to go 1. It's going to be 2. If it works the way that other things do, it's going to be 2 to 3. Like so. Copper coil to circuit board ratio. And then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to split off wood instead. Oh, but oh crap. This is a lot more complex than it used to be, actually. Let's see. These guys require... Yeah, the wood gets made into planks. The planks get made into boards. I think it can support... I think the copper can support 2. But the wood portion of this is a lot wider than it used to be. Let's see if it's a 2. Let's see if this can support 2. And actually, we might need to make this a vertical. Nope, this is the way we want it. I don't think there's anything else left that we can research. Oh, shotguns. Sure. Okay. So in here, we need to have our output line. Okay. Then, how are we going to fit this? See, this is the part where I'm kind of concerned. Oh, I know what we'll do. We're going to take advantage of the right-handed and left-handed inserters. We'll do that right there. So we'll use long inserters to move this stuff across. So let's just define what we're making. We're making copper coil here. We're making circuit boards here. Basic circuit boards. We're making boards in here. And then we're going to make wooden planks in here. And to compact this just a little, we're going to make use of long inserters again, and right-handed and left-handed inserters. And sneak a belt. Actually, no, we don't even need to worry about that, because the wood comes down here, we turn this into planks. And then it's inserted by regular inserters. Removed by long hands. There we go. And then removed by long hands and added to the export belt by a right and a left. Righty and lefty. Righty, lefty. There we go. Let's get some power in here. One. Two. Three. Four. 5, 6. Okay, we are almost there. Now I got copper coil under production. Now we just need to get the wood in. Now this isn't the only place we're going to need wood, and that's really important actually. Because don't forget, we still don't have that tier, that next tier. Alright, here we go. Wood is pouring out. And it's working. Look at that. Alright, all we need to do now is use a splitter to do the whole... And of course, we didn't quite leave ourselves enough room here. Alright. These are going to have to go up one more. Alright, it'll just be tightly packed, that's all. Splitter right there. Power pole right there. Whoops. Darn it. How are we going to do this? We didn't leave ourselves enough room. Every time. Yeah. Alright. We'll figure out how to do this in a second. Now let's see, is there something it's waiting on? It's copper coil again. It's still copper coil. So let's do it 1 to 1. I think that's going to be the easiest design to work with. There we go. Now, if memory serves, that copper coil is produced so quickly we can actually move 2 at a time. So let's get one more power pole into this. There we go. What's it waiting on? Copper? Probably needs fast inserters. Or it could just be, yeah, it needs fast. Oh, I need the next tier. Alright, well, we'll just double up on inserters here, too. There we go, that should do it. Alright, now we just need to figure out how... You know, we could just put these things over to the middle of the line, couldn't we? That would give us enough room. Yeah, it would. 3. There we go. That's where we're going to put them. That'll work just as well as anywhere. I think we have finally hit the wall on science. Yeah, I'm a couple episodes. I'm a little bit behind now with this redesign I did. I think I caught myself before I got myself in serious dire straits here, but yeah, never know. I'm sure there's still going to be something that's going to go slightly sideways here. There we go. That's how it was meant to be. A couple more underground belts. And then we can move on to the next production line. And this, as I say, this is where things are going to start getting a little weird. I need to lay the groundwork to make advanced circuits now, or in this mod they're called basic electronic boards. Those are the red circuits, and they are a lot more complex than they used to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the basic electronic board production, which is a 3-ingredient production as well. So we're going to have to do some of this piecemeal, but some of this can only be done in assemblers. We're going to need some of these. So we're going to need to actually go get stone bricks underway. We're going to need stone bricks, and we're going to need stone. Finally, we're going to need it on the system, I think. Let's get a couple more turrets. Because we're going to start running into trouble here. I know it. We actually, yeah, we're going to want to get stone brick manufacture on full throttle here. And that'll just be simply to make sure we can start building walls. Ooh, and we're going to run out of coal soon, too. Let's get another coal mine going. Alright, power poles. So much to do, so little time. There we go. And power. Let there be light. Doubling up coal production, never a bad thing. There's stone over there. I don't know why we chose to go with this one first, but let's clean up this mess here. We'll get it all on a belt. Get some more of those. Get this guy on the way. Oh, it's not too far to the coal, or to the... copper system, which is well and truly stocked at the moment. Now, I think I'm going to do this all stone manually for a little longer. Get our first iron chest, though. And, ooh, well, let's get a turret defending this as well. Okay, we haven't had any attacks in a while. We're doing a reasonable job of managing our pollution so far. That won't last, but... let's just get a couple smelters making stone brick. Because we're going to need it. We'll just power them off of... we'll load them from here for now. Get 1, 2, 3. Start cooking up a little stone. We'll get 3 stacks of stone brick here. And that can all go into Single box, if I play my cards right. That one in there. Okay, not quite in a single box, but close. There we go. And the third one can just go into a second box right here. There we go. Alright, so we're going to need more than one of these, but we'll start with one chemical furnace and one metal mixing furnace. And we have just a little bit of galena and... oh, we're going to need tin now. It's time to start on tin. Let me just show you the product chain we're going to be putting together here. So for these things, so these are necessary to make the Tier 2 assemblers. Basic electronic boards. Basic electronic boards are made out of the basic circuit boards, which we've got, basic electronic components, and solder. Basic electronic components are made out of carbon and tinned copper wire. Solder is made out of solder plates and resin. Resin comes from trees. Solder plate is up in here. Solder plate comes from tin and lead in the metal mixing furnace. The carbon is coal that is processed in the chemical furnace. So we're going to need those as part of this network. Now, we don't want massive quantities of solder floating around on our line. So the first thing we're going to need is tin. And that means adding another row to our already crowded smeltery. And as planned, it's going to come down through here. Now, what has happened to our... did this fail to do what it was supposed to do? It did, didn't it? Okay. We need to use a fast inserter. No. How can we... there was obviously an issue of priority here that I didn't quite resolve. Possibly because the system never backlogged. I think that's probably what it is. Since the system is in actual use, I guess what I could do is actually have a tree farm producing seedlings to support the tree farm that's supporting the farm. Could do that. Don't know how we squeeze that in. I guess we could fill the lake in. It's something we've been talking about doing anyways. Okay. Well, we'll just have to figure out how to avoid that happening in the future. And I think I know exactly how that's going to happen, how that's going to be avoided. I know precisely what we need to do to make sure that will not happen. There we go. Get me a right inserter. It just means having a buffer, and we'll get another right inserter. There we go. So now there will always be room in here, and we're going to always keep one full stack of these little seed Germans, and we'll see if that works any better. Fortunately, we're pretty stocked. All right, tin. Okay. Get a couple miners. We don't have the iron plates we need. Oh, we don't have the stuff we need to make circuit boards either. Well, we'll just grab some here. One. Just a little more iron. Oops. Not more copper, darn it. Okay, I need somewhere to put all this copper. It's starting to clutter up my inventory really badly. Inserter. That's quartz. keep a stack of copper, but that's enough for now. If copper starts falling behind, that'll start putting it on the line. Alright, let's get that second miner built. Did we? Yeah, we got 2 of them. I don't know why they didn't stack, but good. Okay, and this is going to come in right here, and we're going to need a landfill or 2. I mean, these landfills are really nice to have. Okay, that should be enough to get it around. Alright, we'll take it under the copper line. With 1 underground belt, which we do not have the iron plate for. At least iron's backlogged now. That was not nearly enough iron plate, by the way. Alright. 3 turrets in place there now. 1 down here. Okay. These have finished what they're doing. So we can turn this into an actual proper... I can actually build walls now. I have stone brick on me, which means I can start building wall sections. Let's do that with a lot of it. Okay. Now we need a few more furnaces. No, 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 no. No, stop, stop, stop. Let's start with 4. We'll do a single... Okay. This needs to get moved down here. See, 1 gap, 1, 2, 3, 1 gap, and another furnace. Okay, and those are all in line? Yes, they are. Good. So the split needs to be further down about here. There we go. Underground belt. Alright, clear this out. And then for now, there's that. And then we need a splitter right here. And then we need to reverse this belt. There we go. Alright, tin. We need 4 of those and a bunch more of regular ones. Five, 6, 7, 8. Memory serves. Down. Okay, and then we need our regular inserters. I'm going to go okay, that should do it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we just need our ore, which is coming right in here. Going through a splitter right here. 2 underground belts. Okay, and then There's that. And now the rest of the way to the tin deposit across our little artificial bridge. Let's get this set up. We want to get... I'd love to take out more of this at once, so let's square it off right like that. And that will be... Hold on. Do I have just enough? There we go. Okay, I had one left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Tin is coming. Because tinned wire is a thing. And here's the rest of our belts to supply these guys. And then we're going to need to run another big belt over to the factory. Yeah, the absence of science has caused our factory to backlog a fair bit. Not the end of the world yet, but definitely something to be concerned about a little. Okay. All right, now these are going to come in. Oh. Not ideal. Tin will be right here, next to coal. Just hope I have enough space to go the whole distance. All right. And one. And... Ooh, not long enough. Okay. How can we do this? We could do the coal. I think we're going to have to do these guys. One more. Now it'll reach. Okay. And we're to the next section of the road. Oh yeah, we're gonna need at least 2 more. Oh dear. Up by 1. Live and learn. That's where that's the space that's been assigned to gears. Let's just S-curve it right here. Thank goodness that S-curving doesn't have a cost associated with it anymore. There we go. Underground belt, 1, 2. I gotta start getting this place the way I want it to look. Just gotta get the science going again, though. Alright, here comes the tin. I have no idea how much of this we're going to wind up using. So I guess we'll see. We also need to get belt production automated again. I suppose we're going to have to do some stuff on the upper side of this, but... Okay, well guys, I think this is going to be the end of the episode. Not quite as far as I'd like, but we're getting to a point where this is starting to look like a factory. We're going to have to go and look for biters on the other side of this, aren't we? And yeah, hope you've enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.